In this video, let's talk about how to sell your home in a bidding war. I'm Peterson, broker and owner of Kopa Real Estate, and there's several reasons why you should want to sell your home with a bidding war. Of course, the most obvious is you'll probably get the highest price, the most money for your home. The second, though, is that you'll probably get the best terms, so whether that's less contingencies or maybe even a free lease back for you, all of these things are more possible when we've got a bidding war for your house. And then the third is that we've got more leverage when it comes to any inspection items that might come up. So if a buyer knows that there's somebody else that's really interested in the house, we can push back on that and be a lot more aggressive negotiating any of those items. So as of the shooting of this video, 26 of our listings this year have sold in bidding wars with multiple offers. And that doesn't happen by accident. So let's talk about some of the things that you can do in order to sell your home in a bidding war. The most important thing is you need your home to appeal to emotional buyers and not logical buyers. What we need are buyers that are going to show up right away, take a look at your house and fall in love and just say, how do I buy this house? I love everything about it. Now this is compared to the buyer that's going to buy more logically, right? So the buyer that's logically, they're going to look at your house, see all the things that are wrong with it. They're going to go back home, calculate how much it costs to fix those things. It's going to take them a while. They might have to ask, 3 generations of their family and all their friends about your house. All of those things cause what's called friction. Friction's a marketing term. Essentially just means it makes it harder for a buyer to buy. And whether it's just something that's like a pair of shoes online or whether it's your house, the more we slow that buyer down and slow down their decision-making process, the less chance that you have of getting more than one buyer want to move forward and buy your house right away. So the first thing right off the bat is we want to appeal to emotion versus logic. Everybody's house is going to be different, so it's hard for me to tell you exactly what needs to be done, but for the most part, we want your home to be in as move-in ready condition as possible when we go on the market. Now, the second thing you want to think about to get your home in a bidding war is you want to stay away from those big box real estate brokers. And here's why. There's so much pressure on agents that work for these big brokers to only sell their homes to buyers that are represented by other real estate agents that are within that office, right? So you imagine maybe there's 100 agents in that office. So now you've got your home only advertised to those first 100 agents before anybody else. And it's very likely that maybe there is somebody there in the office that has a buyer and they might want to buy your house. Now there's pressure on you to accept an offer before fully advertising your home and exposing it to the entire market, right? So the two things. One is that you may only get a chance to have one buyer buy your house, and you'll never even know about it. So because the reason why the big box brokers do this is that this way the big box broker makes more money. Right? So it affects you. You only maybe get that one offer. The second thing is how do you really know your home wasn't priced too low? We're seeing many of our homes that are selling for way over original asking price, even though we think we're already aggressive on the price. And so if you only really advertise your house to a couple of places, your chances of not only getting multiple offers and a bidding war is very much reduced, but also your chances of leaving money on the table is much, much higher that way. You should always reach out to a company like Kopa Real Estate who's going to expose your home to all of the realtors out there and all of the buyers to get you the highest price for your house. Hey, the third thing is that great marketing is going to cause greater demand for your home. So you absolutely have to focus on hiring a real estate broker that specializes in tremendous online marketing for your house. And here's why. In order to get your home into a bidding war, what we really need is those buyers when they're flipping through online listings that we've got to stop that scroll and get them interested in your house right away. So we need those buyers to be reaching out to us or reaching out to their agent and calling up and saying, hey, I've got to see this house on Friday, or I got to see this house on Saturday morning, because that's going to get the largest number of buyers interested in your house right away. Otherwise, the other option is that we're just waiting for those buyers who are like, maybe I'd like to see this house. Let's make an appointment for next Wednesday, okay? That's not gonna work. That's not gonna get your house into a bidding war and get the best price. What we absolutely have to do is compress the number of showings and the interest in your house into a tighter time frame. And so we've got to get all those people excited and interested in your house in that time, we've got to get them worried about losing out on your house to somebody else and not casually looking at your house as if they think they've got plenty of time to make a decision. Now, how do we do that? Well, it's excellent marketing. So this includes architectural photos, not just a professional photographer going out there, but somebody that really knows how to paint a picture of your home and be able to tell a story. The second is great captions and descriptions of your property. If you notice anybody looking at our listings, one of the things they always comment on is how we put descriptions right on each of the pictures, and we tell that story. Otherwise, those buyers are just kind of flipping through pictures and they don't know what they are. Here's another empty room, here's another empty room, oh, it's a bathroom. But no real description for them to get excited about your house right away. So it's these little marketing touches that cause all that interest right when your home comes on the market, causing greater demand, and greater demand means better offers for your home. And finally, you really got to make sure that you hire a real estate broker that has experience in attracting and managing a bidding war. And there's a couple reasons for this. One is that you want to have a strategy right from the beginning about how are you going to attract those buyers, how are you going to handle those offers, and somebody that can feel out when you get an offer whether there's another offer, a better offer that we think is going to be coming down the road, right? We don't want to go under contract with somebody and then find out 5 minutes later there was somebody else that was going to pay another $10,000 for your house. And a lot of that really is experience in dealing with how many buyers have come, contacting the agents and the buyers that have come to see the house, see if there's other offers that are out there. The second really important thing is that a lot of agents don't have much experience. This is always surprising, but the average real estate agent in our area only is going to sell about 1 or 2 homes a year. And if you think about that, they're not used to dealing with these situations. And so the market has gotten to be very emotional for a lot of buyers and agents that are out there trying to buy a house. And they're going to put a lot of pressure on your agent to get their offer accepted before anybody else can come in with a higher offer. And if you have an agent that is not used to dealing with that, because quite frankly, it's not comfortable to be telling somebody no that you're going to wait for maybe another offer. And if you don't do that, if you hire an agent that doesn't have that experience and you wind up feeling that you yourself are being forced into accepting an offer, again, you're going to leave money on the table that way. So you really need to hire somebody that has experience like we do and is not afraid of pushing back to those agents when they're trying to get us to put pressure on you to accept an offer. And finally, the last thing that people always ask me about when we talk about multiple offers and selling homes for a higher price is, well, what happens with the appraisals? So there's a lot of people out there and even a lot of realtors that don't think that you're allowed to sell a home for higher than the appraised value. But that's not true. We do that almost every day. And so here's the thing, is that when you do get into these bidding wars, right, that it's much easier for us to negotiate with the buyer to have them waive that appraisal contingency so that we don't have to worry about your home appraising for the sales price. Within the standard contract, in most cases, the buyer could cancel the contract if the house doesn't appraise for the sales price, not the loan amount, but really that sales price. And so when you're selling a home for maybe $20,000 over asking price, we already know it's going to be harder to get the home to appraise for that amount. Otherwise, we probably would have listed it for that price to begin with. And so what happens is, just to make things easier on you, to make it a less stressful sale, we're going to do our best to negotiate that up front. The second thing is that we always guarantee that we'll work with the appraiser and we will provide them all the information about your property, including all of the other offers that we have and all of the demand that we can show for the property that gives the best chance of the home appraising for the sales price no matter what. Like I said, getting your home in a bidding war doesn't happen by accident. This is definitely something that you should pursue if you're interested in selling your home. And whenever you're ready to talk about how we can get your home on the market and in a bidding war, contact me directly at 512-791-7473. Thanks for watching and take care.